So when the application finishes updating the stocks, it gives you this prompt. Remember to click the button labeled to update stocks, just behind there. That's it here, the red one. To update the stocks table after you post any feed of data updates. So you click OK, you close your form, your navigation form, and then you can move around. So for instance, if I want to see the layers feed stocks table, I click the button here, takes me to the top, and then for that month you can see the comment there, enter verified physical stock as of this date here. The application will deduct total usages posted for each pen, okay, per day. In other words, all those entries you make in the layers data entry table will be reflected here. We're going to do an example. So, and then you can always do a physical count, and then we can do a reconciliation on this column here. So the only two places you make entries will be here where you have the red colored start cell, and on the right here when you want to reconcile. Because then if you post a figure here, you then use it as the closing stock and opening stock to continue downwards in this table. Now if you want to see the broilers table, you just click on that, and view the chicks table, you click on that. And each of these ones you need to set for the first day of the month. What is your opening stock of feed for the first day of the month before production starts? You initialize it with data. Okay, now let's do an example with layers. Let's first of all take a look at what we have, and then so that we know what we can add. We'll come back. So let's go back to layers. Okay, we already have feed entries up to 5th of July. So let's go and make an entry for 6th of July, both for purchases for feed. Okay, go up, go to the purchases section. When you buy feed, you will come here and make an entry for that. So let's make an entry. This is July. You notice now the dates available are July, because this is the monthly version of the application. It only shows you the month for which you are working. This is another way it helps to remind you of what month you are in. So you can see you would have had to delete all these ones, entries from the previous month, before you start using it. So let's say we have a 6th of July entry. You specify the strain if necessary. Most often it's not necessary. The supplier name, whoever it was that supplies you the those bags of feed you're talking about. So let's say top feed. Okay, description of the item you are buying, bags of feed for layers. Okay, it's so simple. Then remember all these entries, these items were specified in the update settings table. You may want to review that again, look at the fields so you understand what I'm saying. Now the quantity of feed bags, let's say you bought 200 bags of layers feed. Okay, let's say the unit price, I don't know, maybe 500. Just demonstration. Okay, the VAT paid and other stuff, well, you decide. I don't know what is the role in the area you are operating in, what the government there says, how thorough or how diligent they are in pursuing it and all of that. So you may need to reflect VAT as and where appropriate. Then the payment, this aspect of payment has to do with paying for what you've been given. You know, paying your supplier. That will come later. I will explain that. So now we've made entry for purchases towards the reviewing the stock movement table. Let's now go into the production interface. Let's go to the data for the layers data entry table. Okay, and then post an entry for the 6th of July. Let's say we have mortality of 1. Okay, let's say feed consumed, maybe as I explained before, you want to post the entry for feed consumed. You know the size of the bag of feed you've used, so you could say equals so 25 kg bags, and maybe you used up about 10 25 kg bags, or maybe 5. Okay, let's say times 5, depending on the number of birds you have. And so you 125, and then suddenly you see that it calculates grams per bird of 139, which is way high. So if this happens, you want to ask yourself, what is the reason why we have this? Okay, and then that gives you opportunity to review. Then you also post your egg collections in crates and pieces. This is crates, this is pieces. Take a look at the column here. You see that? So just post what you have. If you have 10 crates, put 10 crates here. If you have 5 pieces left, put 5 pieces here in the morning, or whenever your first collection is. The second collection, do the same thing. The program will automatically add up everything and sort them out into crates and pieces. You don't have to do that yourself. And then, like I said in the last column, you do that, and then it calculates also for you the eggs to feed conversion ratio. these are things we'll talk about. I don't want to put them in my videos because, like I said, to protect my application, to protect myself, there are certain things I don't give full information about. So we'll talk about that. So we'll go back now into the stock movement interface. You know, it's asking for you to do this. You have to do this. Okay, so you click yes. I'm going to pause the video while it's happening.